Suicide Squad. More like I wanted to die. Hi, I'm Kate.
I'm Elena.
And we saw Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad is a film directed by David Ayer.
And stars Margot Robbie.
And Will Smith.
And features Joel Kinnaman and Viola Davis.
And Killer Croc.
Beautiful.
Suicide Squad is the third installment of the DC Extended Universe.
And third time's the charm. I'll say that. It's the best of the DCEU.
I can't say anything regarding to that. I haven't seen Superman, and I didn't see Batman vs. Superman. So this is the first movie I'm seeing in this universe.
And this is as good as it gets.
I'm sorry.
I've seen most of Man of Steel. I've seen enough to know. And I've seen like 3/4 of it. And I've seen Batman vs. Superman, but not the extended cut, so I know.
Where do we begin? Well, let me start off by saying the whole first half of this movie is a fucking mess. Yeah.
It just starts. It doesn't begin, it starts.
Yeah, you're kind of thrown into this whole... You're not even thrown into the situation. You're kind of just thrown into the universe, and they're introducing you to all these characters with... How many songs did we count? But in the beginning...
As the title screen that says Suicide Squad comes in, 3 different songs have played.
Mm-hmm.
We already have 3 songs, and the title comes in. And at that point, you know what you're there for.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever seen the trailer for Daredevil, like the original movie from like 2003, but it was exactly like that. Yeah, there was so much like fast cuts, and there was so much music. It felt like a trailer.
The editing in this movie as a whole is bad. Not just like the stylistic editing, which I didn't care for, but the continuity in the cuts is atrocious. There's a part where Harley Quinn puts her hand on Will Smith's shoulder, and then the next cut is her putting her hand on his shoulder again, and then it cuts a third time, and it's her with her hand on her shoulder, just like you can see her like putting it down, and it's like, come on.
Yeah.
You had so much money.
Yeah.
It all went to the end credits.
Yeah, apparently. The story was very messy.
Story?
True! Yeah, because you're kind of thrown into the plot.
It doesn't make sense. Like,
No.
There's things that happen. I don't know if there's supposed to be twists or if they were just poorly executed, but there's things that happen that it just... I was very confused
It's
about.
like the whole plot begins, I don't remember exactly what they're all supposed to be fighting, but the whole deal is that they're gonna get these group of supervillains together to do something, fight somebody, and the whole key to that entire experience is the Enchantress. So you're like, okay. And then like 5 seconds later, Enchantress is evil. And now everybody's fighting her.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, like, okay, so to get into spoilers, because fuck it, just from now on, just assume our videos are gonna have spoilers in them. Maybe we'll...
It says it in the fucking title. Like, let's be real.
So they fly in there, and you're thinking, oh, they're gonna get Enchantress, that's what they're doing, because she's evil, and her brother is evil. They're gonna fight her, and her, like, Shakira impression, they're gonna do that. And they're like, okay, we're gonna go to this building, and we're gonna rescue this person from the top, and then we're gonna get out. And I'm like, then who's gonna stop Enchantress? What's the point of this team? What? Like, what? And so they go into the room, and it's Viola Davis. And you're like, why was she there? Did they know what they were gonna do? Was this just like a mission to like train them and it went wrong? But they say operate Task Force X, so like they knew they started sending them in there to get Enchantress. I've seen this movie twice.
Yeah, so the plot made no sense. The whole first, I want to say 30 minutes of the movie is like the character intros. They're all fucking stupid.
It was very poorly done.
Yeah.
It was essentially just flashbacks and narration. And I read a post online, and I'll see if I can find it and link it. But they're like, they should have had, instead of like them in the jail and then Viola Davis introducing them through flashback, have it the intro is just each of them being caught. Rick Flag fucking sucks. I'm sorry. He's boring, and I guess that's the point of him, is because he's not evil. But, like, I guess that's the point of him. He's supposed to be, like, normal, but he's just boring, and the guy is kind of ugly, so...
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't... And I'm kind of mad because he kept getting taken by, like, the, again, paper monsters, like... And I'm so mad that they didn't make a capture the flag joke.
Yeah, it would have been good. Characters.
Harley Quinn, nice to meet ya.
Yeah.
What's your perfume? The scent of death?
I hate this movie.
Like, I've seen it twice.
I was gonna start off with Will Smith because I feel like he has to be talked about a little bit. I felt like he was I don't know. I felt like he was the only good one.
Will Smith did great. I am so excited that Will Smith was, like, did well. Like, I've missed Will Smith. Like,
yeah, because he kind of went off and did his whole Scientology thing, even though he said that he wasn't doing it. We all know you were.
yeah.
And, like, when he came back to do that interview, I don't know if you saw the video of him coming out, introducing himself, like, 4 fucking times. I don't remember what night show it was. But I thought that was so funny. I was just like, man, I miss you. I love Men in Black.
Yeah. But you know what Men in Black director is doing this summer? 9 Lives.
Anyway, so I think Will Smith did as good as he could have done with that script and what he was given, and I think that he pulled it off pretty well.
He's so charismatic and he's great. He does a great job. He has great chemistry with everyone. Mm-hmm. He was definitely one of the best parts.
He's one of the only ones I felt like he wanted to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, Margot Robbie's a different story, because I felt like she did want to be there, but, like, the content she was given was just so bad.
I'd say some of it was good. Some of it was very good. Some of it was fun. I had a good time watching her sometimes. But, like that line I said earlier, what's that, the scent of death? Some of her lines are so cringy and hot topic-y.
Oh my god, Normal is setting on a dryer.
I swear to god, that was like an AIM status I had in like 2007. But, like, there's that, and then there's, like, it's in the trailer when Amanda Waller walks in, she goes, are you the devil? Why? Why would she ask that? It makes no sense. I feel like that was a line that was written as a filler, and they never took it out. They're like, well, fuck, we're supposed to do something about this by now, but, guess it's in there.
Or, what was that? Oh, sorry, the voices. And I was just like, oh, shut up.
But sometimes I found her kind of, like, charming, I guess. Like, there's a scene in an elevator where she, like, fights the paper people, and then she gets out, she's like, come on, let's go, and, like, walks away, and I like that.
When she wasn't, like, a Hot Topic line disposed, like...
A Hot Topic advertisement.
Yeah, when she wasn't, like, shitting out Hot Topic lines, I was like, okay, you're pretty okay.
Yeah.
And, like, she's very cute. Good job.
Yeah.
Her accent kept slipping. That was driving me nuts. Like, I hated her accent to begin with. I know that's, like, a Harley Quinn thing, though. I just can't. I don't like it. But, like, her accent in particular was just, like, slipping. It was going in and out. She couldn't keep it straight.
She's Australian, though, right? I'm pretty sure she's Australian.
She's something, yeah. She's some kind of accent.
But it must be hard when you have Jai Courtney there, and, like, that's like a double Australian accent. Australians don't sound like that. He's, like, doubling down on Australian.
Yeah.
I think he's Australian, though.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Let's talk about Jai Courtney. I thought he was fun. And he is, I usually say, like, stop trying to make Jai Courtney happen. It's never gonna happen. I think it happened.
See, I don't know, because, like, I really don't have any opinion on him in this movie in particular.
He's Captain Boomerang, by the way.
He didn't fucking do anything. He was just kind of, like, there. And, like,
he drank beer.
Whenever he did something, it was, like, fine. I was just like, okay, I don't hate you. You're not, like, embarrassing like Harley Quinn is. So, like, I can't complain about you, but he didn't do anything.
And then, who else is on the squad? El Diablo.
I feel like Diablo was the only one who had, like,
an arc.
Yeah, a character arc.
Yeah. I really liked him.
I thought that his story was the most believable and well done, even though it was still done shittily.
Yeah.
But out of everybody's, like, backgrounds and everybody's flashback sequences, I thought that his was the best.
You didn't see a lot of him in the trailers, but I think they were just hiding how amazing he was in the movie.
Yeah.
Slipknot killed it. He also killed himself. He sort of dies the second they get to the city. And I feel like it would have been more effective if they had killed it. It's not a spoiler. He's not in any of the trailers. Like, come on, let's be real here. He's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, the whole thing with him that I was, like, kind of pissy about is that, like, you're kind of introduced to him, and, like, he, like, dies immediately after, and I'm just like, oh, I don't really fucking care. But, like, the movie plays it as you're obviously supposed to care, because it's like, oh, this could happen to every single one of them, and you were supposed to bond with this character, but you don't, because who the fuck cares about Slipknot?
I think it would have been more effective if they bring him into, like, this, like, fucking parking lot, essentially, in the beginning, and it's like they're all getting their clothes back, and Harley Quinn has booty shorts, and so, like, he's there, and I think it would have been really, like, effective when they're explaining, like, how it works and how they have the chips, if he, like, was like, no, fuck this, and, like, took a swing, instantly, like, kicked out, like, instantly. It would have put the stakes right away. There would have been no, like, fussing around. We wouldn't have to waste time on him. It would have been like, boom, we know it, we're here for, we know what the stakes are right away.
Killer Croc. My favorite character.
My favorite part of the entire film. There's a bit where he goes into the sewer with Clint Eastwood's son, and it's like a subway, so there's stairs going down, and so he, like, dives into the water. So you think, oh, he's gonna, like, jump and dive, or he's gonna, like, wade in and swim in. No, he goes down the stairs on all fours like a dog, like this, and it's the goofiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life.
I started crying to the point where, like, someone in the theater was just like, stop!
Really? So, you guys can probably hear, I have a bit of a cough, a bit of a cold right now.
Oh my god, you were good.
And so, like, when I laugh really hard, I start coughing, and this was even worse when we saw it. We didn't see it on this day. And so I was like, I almost died. Killer Croc almost killed me.
Yeah.
We talked about this movie for too long, and so my camera stopped recording. But we're back.
Anyway, that was the best scene I've ever seen in any movie, like, ever. Viola Davis looked miserable. And I know that she was supposed to be, like, the mean, down-to-business character, but she was just, like, she didn't want to be there. And I was just, like, I felt bad.
It's just, like, all the press where it's, like, Viola Davis doesn't care for Jared Leto.
I was like, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
She just wanted to be fucking out of there. Like, give me my paycheck and let me go. And I understood.
I love Viola Davis. She's great. She's probably the only person in the cast who's, like, career outside of this I care about.
Jared Leto.
Oh, golly. We didn't even.
We didn't talk about that guy.
Neither did the movie. He was in it for 10 minutes.
Thank God. Every scene that he was in was an embarrassment.
Not the hot topic. He doesn't have eyebrows. He shaved them off.
See, okay, if there's one thing about, like, faces that I can't do, it's when they don't have eyebrows. I don't know why, but it's always the first thing I notice, and, like, it pisses me off. I wanted him to have eyebrows so bad because he looked so scary.
Yeah, and that was pretty much his character.
He was, like, so unnecessary. Every line he had, every thing he did.
Every breath you take. Every move you make.
And, like, I guess because we both went into it knowing about Jared Leto's good old antics going into it, so I already had, like, a very bad impression of what he was gonna be in the movie. So then just, like, seeing it come to life, I was just like, wow, you sent dead animals to your castmates for no
this.
fucking reason. Yeah, I saw a comment in the credits. I was like, he was in there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't recognize him. He was this guy.
Towards the middle part of the movie, that's when it kind of, sort of started getting less messy, but didn't mean better.
I had fun watching it. Like, it wasn't...
It felt, like, so bad it was good.
Yeah, like, I think I can perfectly sum up all my problems with the movie with describing one scene. It's a scene where Deadshot is, like, he gets his guns again, and he's really excited, and he's hyped up, and he's shooting these targets, and he's shooting the exact same spot in every target, but he's shooting with all different guns, all different styles, and he's shooting, but it's the exact same spot on every single target, to the point where he, like, blows a hole through it, because he's shooting the same target with the same... So, and Black Skinhead by Kanye is playing, and, you know how that song goes. It's like... That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna get sued by Kanye. It's, like, one of the most, like, hyped songs ever. Like, you hear that song, and you're ready to go. And in the scene, it was just wasted. There was no real shot variety. There wasn't really any like fun with the targets. They were the same three targets. And I felt like maybe if one had been moving, if they had some more color to them, if maybe different shots, maybe like one POV of the bullet flying through the air, like, and the music and the shots were actually cut to the beat of the music. That wasn't even done.
Yeah, that was like a big like sound issue because like it's a very loud song. It's very drums and so you have
it has a great beat.
Yeah, you have the drums of the song and they're very loud, and then you have the gunshots going over it, and it's like it's such a mess.
And I feel like that's just the example of the whole movie. It's that there was so much potential and there was so much that could have been done, but it was just rushed because it had to hit that tentpole date and nothing really fit right.
All the reshoots, the editing. Apparently, I read that it was cut by, like, a trailer house. Don't do that.
I can believe it. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. The plot sucked. The enemy sucked. Enchantress was so boring. Like, what the fuck were and then her brother was pointless, and everything about this movie was pointless.
If we see these villains in a movie where they're an actual villain,
we're not gonna take them seriously.
Yeah.
Because they saved the world once.
Yeah, and they're like jokes. Like Captain Boomerang's a fucking joke.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if the extended universe takes account of the TV shows.
It doesn't. They're separate.
Doesn't? Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Because I was just like, apparently a lot of these villains do show up in the TV shows.
Yeah. Deadshot's been on, they have Suicide Squad. They have an entire Suicide Squad episode of Arrow.
It's kind of just weird because I feel like they're rushing everything to kind of like be up to par with Marvel.
And that's what's setting them back further.
Yeah, I don't want to compare either of the two because they're two very different companies with two very different sets of characters. But it does feel like they're trying to like match up with them, and it's just not working.
Also, Eva Green as Poison Ivy and Poison Ivy Harley Quinn, just those two in a movie together.
Yeah, that was another thing. The whole Joker Harley Quinn relationship. It's like it was just done really weird. I'm not really a big fan of it in the first place because it's abusive, but it was so forced. I was like, there was no chemistry between
No.
Apparently, I read that there were no rehearsed scenes between the two, and it really showed.
Yeah, they felt awkward on screen together. They're only on screen together maybe like 2 minutes tops. Yeah. What would you give it out of 10?
Fuck. I would probably stick it with like, I want to say a 5.
I was gonna say a 6.
Yeah, I would just say a 5 because like it really did have potential. A lot of the problems with the movie were results of like the rushing and then sending it to a trailer house to get edited.
A lot of the problems were things that the movie couldn't control.
Yeah.
At this point, it's too late.
Yeah, and then like my background history of knowing every little detail about the production and how they had an on-set therapist and shit like that. Like it's just like
it's too dark.
It's like a comedy routine if you read that shit. Like read the shit that David Ayer was saying. It was just like sometimes we just had to take a breather because it was too much for the actors. I was like, what the like I saw the movie. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, there's it's that killer Croc scene. They had to take a breather because they were laughing too fucking hard.
That was the best scene. But yeah, it was just like I liked all the actors except for you, Jared Leto. Fuck you. And I used to like him too.
Okay.
Like American Psycho is one of my favorite movies, and he's like the best part of it.
A little chow or something.
I was like, I used to love 30 Seconds to Mars. Why did you turn out to be such a little cunt, you bitch?
Yo, there was a part where I swear to God, if this movie was rated R, Captain Boomerang would have said the C word, but since it was PG-13, he wasn't allowed to.
They were going for a hard R. Maybe if they ever do an extended cut, it could be better, because they clearly filmed like 4 fucking movies in one that they just cut the other 3 up into.
I was telling my friend, extended universes aren't built on director's cuts, but it looks like that's what this one is going to be. So, I give it a 6 out of 10 only because of that killer Croc scene. Like, it's perfect.
You, like, go see the movie, but just for that scene.
Yeah. It's near the end.
Yeah. So, I mean, you'd have to sit through the whole movie to get to that scene, but, like...
Or you can go see 9 Lives and then leave and come... Like, if they're starting around the same time, see, like, 9 Lives. Leave 9 Lives again.
Don't see 9 Lives.
If you have to see anything this weekend, go...
Don't see 9 Lives.
See...
Finding Dory's still in theaters.
Yeah,
go see that
that was
instead.
cute, yeah. Honestly, though, like... Maybe Star Trek, I hear, is good. I don't know.
I don't give a shit about Star Trek.
Y'all know how we feel about Hollywood Chris's.
Oh yeah, Sausage Party's coming out next week, so hopefully we'll be in town for that.
Guys, look at the poster. He has a dick hole. There's a dick hole at the top. I didn't notice until last week.
So we'll be back with Sausage Party.